Chat. Here's a conversation you may have had once or twice with your girlfriends. How long should you wait to have sex with the person you're dating? What is the right answer? A new survey found nearly 50% of straight couples reported holding out 1 week to a month before getting it on with their partners, which is a pretty big range. 1 week to a month. 21% of the couples waited up to 2 months, and 10% waited up to half a year to have sex. Only 18% of the men and women surveyed reported waiting less than a week to have sex. All right, so what do you guys think about these results? Who would like to start this conversation?
I think the numbers are completely off.
Yeah, in what way?
Especially when the guy's responding back. Because most guys that you meet out there, if the woman would be receptive to it, would jump right in the bed with that partner.
So you think the numbers are conservative?
Right, they're waiting because the partner is making them wait, I feel.
So you think every man would just jump if given the chance? Basically.
Most likely.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean that rudely to any men out there. Don't get mad. You know, I've been known to be one before too. But anyway, I'm just saying these things happen.
You know, I used to think the same way, but then, you know, I have a lot of, most of my friends are men, and we have these really deep conversations like this because I want to know. And to my surprise, a few of them said, if it's too easy, I don't want it.
Right.
So if the woman is coming on to them and she's suggesting that they have their little one-night stand or whatever, that's a red flag. I will say this.
But this is though dating. If you're dating
this is where people looking for
do they still but you're still in the bed regardless. But what I was going to say was that it's one of those things where to each his own. Whatever works for you, whatever you believe in, wherever your heart is. Because there are some people who date and after a week, they think that that's enough. A lot of people think after 3 dates, that's good enough. But let's just say I'm going to open the floor up. I fall in the 10% range. When you read the little intro, the 10%,
yeah.
I gotta
look at my notes.
I am the type of person, the type of person I am, I believe in, I know I'm sitting on a gold mine, ladies. Sitting on a gold mine. So I am going to respect that enough, and I'm going to respect my body enough to make them wait. Because when you make them wait, you see a whole different side of them that comes out. You know, because they have to wait. If they're not going to wait, then they're going to go to someone else, and they'll let you know then they're not for you.
I just think it's whatever you're comfortable with.
It is.
And I think,
that's why I'm speaking about what's comfortable for any.
And I don't like the game playing. What I really don't like is if you have a guy, like you're saying, okay, you're describing these men. If a guy who is like, oh, if she's too easy, then, you know, but
I don't want it.
They'll sleep with you, and then, well, she was too easy. Exactly. Okay, so wait a minute. You slept with her too. So basically, she's a little sleaze, but you're still okay.
That's that double standard.
Right. That's what I don't like. But I really believe whatever you are comfortable with, I just don't think it's anything that you should compare yourself to somebody else. And it may be different for different relationships. You might date one person who you feel very connected with. You want to go for it. You might be dating another person where it might take you a while. And, you know, I just think
how much shaming do we do? We shame other people that we think do it differently than ourselves.
We do.
Whether it's weight, whether it's sex, whether it's anything along those lines. We're so busy shaming the other person to make us feel better about ourselves. I think, unfortunately, it's live or let live. Do what you want to do. Do it safely and sanely. Do what works for you.
Don't hurt other people when you do that, you know, whatever it is. Don't be hurting other people or manipulating or whatever.
Yeah, but I think men fall in love with you before they have sex.
Absolutely.
And I've heard that so many times from my male friends. They fall in love with you, and then you have sex. You don't have sex to begin with because they don't fall in love after sex. They fall in love before. So I think that's important to remember.
They fall in love when? Like the half an hour before they met you, and then they want to get you in bed that night?
I don't know. Maybe it is that half hour, but I don't know.
That love at first sight, girl.
But with that being said, I do have a friend of mine from New York, and he said that he went out on a first date with his girlfriend and now fiance, and they are to be married. They slept together that night, and he didn't hold it against her. He said it was no problem. So it just depends on the relationship itself and each maybe the maturity level of the people in the relationship, I think, as well. Because you have a lot of people who are young, but they're old souls. And so if they connect with you immediately, then there's no problem, and they don't hold that against you. So I think it just depends.
Why should a man hold it against you? You did it too, man.
I agree with that, but they,
you know, hookups are like really on the rise, as you guys know. When hookups is just like putting on your pants these days. Everybody wants to do it, and goes back to each his own, but just be careful because you know what? There can be consequences when you're hooking up so fast with this person. It could be the wrong person that could turn out to be a stalker. Make sure you protect yourself when you're laying down. Take those precautions if that is what you choose to do. It's your body. You do what you want with it.
All right. There we go. We've settled that question. All right, after the break, she is the boss. Literally, she's my boss. I'm like sweating because she's coming on the show. Our first guest shares her story of working her way to the top when we come back.